already done my brows. I just did that just to save a bit of time, but I didn't do anything spectacular. I just used the MUA brow pencil. And now zooming in, I'm going to start off with the eyes. I'm just priming my eyes with the Kiko eye base primer. This is just going to ensure that my eyeshadow lasts throughout the day. And then I'm going to be taking a Stila single eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Diamond Lil, and I'm just patting that all over the lid. So once that's done, I'm going to be taking the Meet Matte Nude palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Matte Frozen, which is basically a brown that's kind of close to my shade. So essentially it's just a transition colour, and I'm just going to put that into the crease just to blend out the edges. And then taking the shade Matte Wood, which is just a dark brown, I'm just applying that into the crease with a Real Techniques blending brush. And so the last shade I'm going to use for this look is the Mercier Satin Matte Eye Colour, and this is in the shade Dark Spirits, which is just a black with kind of some sparkle in it. I'm just applying that again to the crease just to darken up the look. So that is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. This is a really simple look. It really only requires 3 shades, so it's really simple, and I feel like everyone will be able to do it. And just quickly, I'm just taking that matte rose and I'm just blending out the edges, and that is pretty much it. So once I've done that, I decided to do a wings liner, but I did that off camera. Oh, actually, before I did that, I highlighted my brow bone with a NARS eyeshadow. I can't remember what the shade is called, but I will leave that in the description box down below. But after that, I did a wings liner with the Sedona Lace gel eyeliner, and I also added some lashes, and I'm just using the Ardell Demi Whispies. These are super natural lashes. I would have preferred to go for something a bit more dramatic, since this is kind of a more dramatic look, but those are the only lashes that I had on hand. So now onto the face makeup. I'm first priming my face with the Benefit Porefessional, and then the foundation that I'm using is the Stila Stale Day foundation in the shade Warm 13. So once I've blended all the foundation, I am now going to conceal. So I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. This is like a cult favourite, so everyone pretty much knows about this concealer. But I'm just using that to highlight my under eyes, as well as my cupid's bow, as well as just a bit under my bottom lip. And then I'm just blending everything with the same brush that I used to apply my foundation, which is the Real Techniques buffing brush. So to set my under eye concealer, I use the NYX Set It Don't Fret It Matte Finishing Powder. I decided that I didn't want to bake just because I just didn't feel like doing it that day. So I'm just setting that with a Real Techniques brush. So of course I had to contour, so I'm using the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra 24 Hour Makeup in the darkest shade that they have, and I'm just using that to contour my cheekbones, my nose, and also my jawline. And so to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Sleek Press powder in the shade Medium. This is kind of like a translucent powder, but it has a shade at the same time, so it doesn't really provide that much coverage, which is what I like because I don't really want to look cakey, but I also need to stay matte because I do have quite oily skin. And so for blush, I'm using the Sleek Blush by 3, and I'm using this middle shade. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's basically a dupe for the NARS Exhibit A. So it's honestly probably one of the most pigmented, or Sleek in general has really pigmented blushes. So if you're looking for inexpensive blushes that are kind of like dupes to NARS, definitely try these Sleek Blush by 3s. And then I'm also going to highlight my cheekbones with the Mary Luminizer from theBalm. So that's pretty much it for the face makeup. So onto the lips, I am lining my lips with the Milani lip pencil in the shade Dark Coffee. And then I'm using the Sleek Matte Me lip cream in the shade Rioja Red.